Welcome, one and all, to the cavalcade of Kingston excitement, the penultimate pool of Presbyterian talent. Welcome to the Kingston Presbyterian Church Variety Show. And now, here's your host with some of the most, Peyton Dixon.
Thank you, one and all. Oh, thank you so much. No, please hold your applause. No, thank you. You're embarrassing us all. It's too much. Thank you. Good evening. I am Peyton Dixon, and it is a pleasure to be here with you tonight. I dare say it is almost as exciting for me to be here tonight with you as it is for you to be here with me. So, I thank you so much for being here. We've got a wide variety of talents. God shares many gifts, and we are grateful that so many of you are sharing them with us tonight. It's going to be a wonderful evening, and I dare say this is one of the few theatrical experiences where almost each and every one of you has the best seat in the house, sometimes quite literally. It is very good to be here with you tonight, and we are going to kick things off right away with the wonderful world of music. We are very blessed to have the talents of Nina and Naveen Enoch, both in Kingston Church and also here this evening. They are going to be sharing a duet of Johann Sebastian Bach's Minuet in G major. Please enjoy.
3, go.
Thank you, Nina. Thank you, Naveen, so much. Really appreciate that. And now we are going to take a jump into the lighter side with our own Brad Clifton. And he is going to be sharing with us a little story about a canker sore. I hope I'm not giving too much away. And hopefully, well, neither will he. So enjoy.
Oh, it's my turn? I'm up? Okay. Hello, everyone. I'm here to tell you a canker-sore story. Ever since I saw the announcement about the talent show, I thought to myself, and I said, Self, you have a hidden talent. It's the canker-sore stories. You all know what a canker-sore is, right? Well, sure. It's when you bite your lower lip when you're eating the food. Ooh, that hurts. But anyway, after I did that, I started telling canker-sore stories every day. And I'm known these parts for my canker-sore stories. Now, when I say parts, I mean upstairs and downstairs. Yeah, because that's where I eat the food. Anyway, the thing you gotta know about a canker-sore story is that there's always a hidden message or a moral, or it teaches you something important. Now, the very best one from long ago is the one about how to fly a kite. So, I thought I should bring my kite. And here it is. Actually, it's not a kite. It's an airfoil. And look at this. The spring. And you turn it like this, and it goes up high. Isn't that the neatest thing you ever saw? Now, I'm going to show you. Oh, there's no wind, and we're not at the beach. Smells a little like seaweed, but we're not at the beach. Well, anyway, we'll just have to move on to something else. You don't have to tell Tankosaur stories at the beach. You can tell them in your home. In fact, my children like to tell us Tankosaur stories at bath time. In fact, you want to see my children? I'll show you a picture. Look at them. Isn't that cute? Yeah, that's them. The one in the middle is a pumpkin. Anyway, we will read the best stories in the Bible. Yeah. Anyway, I like the story about Joseph. And Joseph has a very, very long story. We would tell this story every night at bath. What? I think I'm running out of time. Anyway, we would tell it every time at bath time. I don't have any pictures of bath time. This is a church scoop. But you will love the story. I feel like Joe Biden at a presidential debate. Every time I go to tell a story, I get interrupted. My time is up. Oh well. But I do want to tell you something about the story. It's a very good... Oh, I'm being gonged. That's an old show. They should think of something new. I think I nailed it like the food show. Anyway, the moral of the story is, don't bite your tongue.
Thank you, Brad. Really appreciate that. I dare say his tongue may be a miniature god of thunder because it sounds a little Thor. All right, so we are going to continue on, and we're going to take a bit of an acrobatic turn, a literal turn, if you will. And showing a bit of a acrobatic flair for us tonight, we are welcoming the fabulous flying talents of Courtney Emmons. Thank you, Courtney. Thank you so much. Now we are going to take a bit of a worldly turn, if you will, because our travel agents, David and Marie Luck, are sharing a lovely travelogue of some of their destinations throughout our sheltering times. Please welcome David and Marie Luck. And now I'd like to bring the room down a little bit, just a touch with the musical stylings of Florence's great-granddaughter, Noelle Wilson.
And the sun was a tree and it found a trap. And the trap and the yellow black. Whoa, where yarn. Whoa, where yarn. Whoa, where yarn. So bad that the trap and I can't ride. And then the trap and it's standing no. And the trap and the man and the no. And the trap and the no. Whoa, where yarn. Whoa, where yarn.
Thank you, Noelle. Thank you so much. Didn't know you were going to be a star tonight, did you? We are going to switch to the culinary side with our own Pastor Charles, who will be revealing a classic recipe that I think you may be familiar with in her Faux Foodie Charles collection. Take it away, Charles.
Hi everybody, welcome to my fake cooking show. Today we're going to make Kingston caviar. It's simple, it's yummy, it's been at so many church functions. Let's make it together. I'm going to use 2/3 of a bag of lentils. These are French cooked lentils that I got from Trader Joe's, but you could cook them yourself, or they could just be plain, just regular lentils. Yummy, right? This is so simple. Jar of bruschetta. Doesn't matter, it doesn't have to be this kind. This is 12 ounces. If I had 24, I'd put 24 in. But these are COVID days. We only take what's in the pantry. In it goes. Yep. Simple, tasty, yummy. Give that a little stir. Get those mixed together. Look at how yummy that looks already. Okay. I know. So simple, so easy, so yummy. Wish you were here. And 1 box of feta. That's right. It's really that simple. It shouldn't be as yummy as it is. Peyton likes to eat it on wraps. He likes to eat it with chips. He likes to eat it with little peppers. I like to eat it on cucumbers. And in it goes. Feta. There we go. You can serve it hot, you can serve it cold. But what we love about it is not only how yummy it is, lentils very often taste meaty, so it's a vegetarian dish, but we also love the name, Kingston, just like we love you. Friends, here we are, a little Kingston caviar, so yummy. We miss you. Thanks for stopping by my fake cooking show.
Thank you, Charles. I have a feeling I know where to find some of tonight's recipe. I have a connection. So we are now going to turn from culinary arts to visual arts and music. Nana Enoch will be sharing a taste of her art and music with us. Nana? Thank you, Nana. Now we are going to turn to the written word. Melissa Hodge will be sharing with us a collection of short poems written by Melissa herself. Melissa?
Dust swirls in strange light. As light plays a dance surrounding untouched air, its warmth dangles over morning's embrace. The day is calling for that smile, where specks of your curiosity reflect divine designs, a genuine entanglement of your perplexity, wisped away from spring's breeze. When the sun shimmers through sheer eyes, catching flecks of yellow in Ray's soft touch, upon your rosy cheeks, your button nose, and those baby blues, glowing, gleaming, watching you unfazed by the world's pending gloom. I fall in love with the moments caught in strange light, shining through dust swirls, as your bright light plays a dance, surrounding untouched air. Hope over fear. A little out of touch, a distorted notion, where connections should, would, could be made through screens that reflect endearment, but where my eyes are drawing these succinct ravines, of depth that I can no longer find. At 6 feet apart, manipulated sense of touch, erasing lines I typically draw at closer proximity. Disease has kept this fear in our chest. The breath divides and set asides, bursts of freedom screaming on my insides. This emotion that sits at the center of my rotation, my beating line, has been knocked over into isolation. The bold division has set my mind into an unknown direction, my control ducks and weaves succumbing to anxiety-driven moments. Though my vision is blurry, I am blessed with divine intervention, who I do know holds all the clarification. I still have confusion, feeling so distant with what creates my inner vibration. I hear this repeated dictation, together at home. Unfortunately, not everyone reads the same lines and creates a mission to split hope over fear. My mind collides into frustration, falling to my knees, praying for some ease of this worldly tension, not to mention I miss the human connection. A bird's advice. Carefully calculate shifts in these hollow bones, meant to withstand the changing winds. These directional winds which distinctly remind the senses to stay close. Let earth capture and release your view of what's true. Serve precise measurements. At first attempt, failure will consume, casting doubt sufficiently. Yet attempts should be made twice, no thrice, to drive away the negative path. Let earth capture and release your view of what's true. Nest close to home, perch near comfort, but have a longing to liberate. Optimistically involve into that classical crest crusader. Let consciousness pervade the punctuated presence of the elusive perfect landing. Let earth capture and release your view of what's true. Triggered by movement with the earth's magnetic field, fold wing while resting upon the bended branch, the compass spins as night sky's gravitational pull takes control. Seasons trade when sun and star exchange a glimpse into the guided miles. Let earth capture and release your view of what's true. Evade staying too long. Rapidly rising in your continuous motion, take flight in creating distance, crafting while carving out native passages. Let earth capture and release your view of what's true. Mark areas of familiarity to be reminded this migration notion is not permanent. Keep moving. Make space for memories, memories to relive at the peak of your earthly existence. Let earth capture and release your view of what's true.
Thank you, Melissa. And now our next two talented participants prove that you do not have to be a dad to tell a good dad joke. Please enjoy the comic stylings of John and Lydia Grace.
Hello.
Hello.
So Charles just texted John saying, "Hey, do you have any dad jokes that you want to share for the talent show?" And I'm like, "Well, one, you're not a dad, and two, his form of jokes are conversational in nature." And
Spontaneous
me,
setups.
yes, spontaneous setups. And the thing is, like, you can't capture that kind of thing. But if you're me, yes, you can. I've been keeping this book of his conversationally sourced jokes since 2017, and we thought we'd share the appropriate ones with you. All right, this is one of my favorites. July 27th, 2017. Two Truths and a Lie. Hey, you want to play Two Truths and a Lie until we fall asleep?
No, and yes.
This one's good. March 30th, 2018. I'm constantly doing this, like yelling at him, "Hey, how do you spell," etc. So I'll be like, "Hey, how do you spell poorly?"
Poorly. Or, you just purposely misspell things.
You just purposely misspell things. You gotta read the punchlines with confidence.
I'm sorry.
Okay. June 12th, 2018. After a tense week of Lydia Grace eating the nasty bruised apples that John brought home from the grocery store, the last apple is too rotten to supply adequate fruit for her morning porridge. Trying to put a good face on it, Lydia Grace tells John she'll just add apricot upon the first bite.
So, how does your apple and apricot pair? And I didn't mean to throw in a third fruit in there. I got a smirk and a chuckle.
That one's that's kind of a dead. Okay. March 16th, 2019. After a KPC game night, my introvert is screaming at me.
Are you sure? I would guess she doesn't want to talk to you.
April 10th, 2020. In order to properly celebrate Good Friday, you must pretend you don't know how this ends.
Are you sure about that?
Well, no, because the fact that we call it Good Friday is kind of a dead giveaway. What?
Get it? Dead giveaway?
Ay, ay, ay. And then, let's see. Oh, September 10th, 2017. Mascots. I feel like we should call the Washington Redskins the Washington, opossums, just as punishment for not changing their offensive mascot by now.
Or they could just make their mascot a redskin potato.
We literally call them the potatoes now in our household. And my favorite of the book that is appropriate. December 21st, 2017. Well, now I feel like a slob.
Why?
I just bit into this toast and got crumbs all over my sweater.
Well, that's perfect. You love toasty sweaters.
Shh. Have fun tonight, guys.
Thank you, John. Thank you, Lydia Grace. Next, prepare to be amazed as another one of the Emmons defies gravity just a little differently. I give you Catherine the Great.
Are you taking video?
Now I am.
Thank you, Catherine. The hidden trick was that she actually almost didn't know that she was being filmed. And now, finally tonight, we have a special guest coming to us beyond the miles as well as beyond the years. Coming all the way from Oyster Bay with a few words of wisdom and inspiration, please welcome the bull moose himself, Theodore Roosevelt.
No nation ever yet became great unless it possessed within itself the power of effort and self-sacrifice in great crisis. The effort and self-sacrifice are demanded, and no individual ever became great, and no individual ever led a really worthy life unless he or she possessed within himself or herself the power, if need be, for effort long sustained. At the cost of discomfort, at pain and hardship, and the power to face risk, to face danger and difficulty and even disaster, rather than not achieve a worthy end. If you are to play any part in the world, if you are to have great happiness, you must make up your mind that you are not going to shrink from risks, that you are going to face the fact that effort, and painful effort, will often be necessary. And you must count for your happiness not on avoiding everything that is unpleasant, but on possessing in you the power to overcome and trample it underfoot. You can lead that kind of life. And it is the only kind of life worth leading, and the only kind of life worth living. And you can only lead it on condition of making up your mind that you will not expect always to have an easy time, to escape care, to escape responsibility, to escape the burdens that inevitably must be carried by every man and every woman whose shoulders are broad enough to enable him or her to play a part in the world. It is not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles, or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man or woman who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred with dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs, who comes up short again and again. For there can be no effort without error and shortcoming, but who actually strives to do the deeds, who knows great enthusiasm, the great devotion, who spends himself in a worthy cause, who at the best knows the triumph of high achievement, and who at the worst, if he fails, at least fails while daring greatly, so that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who neither know victory nor defeat.
And that will bring us to a close tonight. We thank you one and all for joining us, for taking time out of what other cat videos you might have been watching and enjoying some time with us. We were so grateful to share our talents with you, and we hope you've enjoyed tonight's evening together in this cavalcade of Kingston stars. Thank you so much for joining us. We look forward to seeing you again in whatever form, realistic or virtual, we find ourselves next. Until then, this is Peyton Dixon thanking you for joining the Kingston Presbyterian Church Variety Show. Good night, everybody. Still here? Show's over. I mean, you know, you hang around, but we got to sweep up a little bit. So, thanks. You guys still here? No, it's great you're enjoying yourselves. I mean, we got to clean up a little bit, but no, don't mind us. You do what you need to do. See ya. Seriously, go home. Oh wait, you are home. Maybe I'll go.